Welcome back to Lanorama, and today we're covering Disney's new Star Wars project, Ahsoka, which is a continuation of Dave Filoni's Star Wars Rebels. So each character is part of that little TV show that he did on the animation. So if you haven't watched it, be prepared to see a lot of things that are new to you. And that's like one of the things that we'll cover here in a bit. So we start off with a title crawl, which is we start off with a very new style type of title crawl. Instead of like the normal Star Wars one where it's white and it fades into the background, we get one that's pretty much down to going up and it's all red. It makes it feel like someone's parroting Star Wars, but they're not trying not to get sued. Overall, for this first two episodes that we have seen, I have enjoyed it. I enjoy the different planets they are visiting. I enjoy the color schemes, everything. I love the character designs. I love seeing all the little Star Wars references and, you know, different characters and like different colors, all these droids in different colors and ships, and that's really fun, you know, just expanding the world, and we get to see all that. Though, you know, this show, like all the rest of them, are not perfect. It feels like a step was missed in like the writing process, or even like just the directing process. There's like these moments where it doesn't make sense, or they could have just been done better. And one of the main things that for like this writing process is that they don't really have a very good introduction into any of the new characters that we have. They kind of just show up, but that's because this is a continuation of Dave Filoni's TV show. And if you haven't seen that, if you're just like someone who has just started watching Star Wars or has only seen the movies, then you aren't really going to get like a good introduction to these characters, and you have to like pretty much accept what they're saying and like really jump onto it. We start off with Ahsoka on this very in some desert ruins, and you really start to see how the show writers are going to progress the entire story. So it starts off with Ahsoka solving this giant puzzle, but she is very silent. It's no talking for 10 minutes, looking at this puzzle, turning it, and it having this kind of like ding effect whenever she puts in the right position. And this is probably like the only time I've noticed like bad CGI, but it was like the smoke everywhere, like not the smoke, but the dust being kicked up by the wind. It looks very fake. It's something that you can probably get past easily. It's just something I spotted. It's a nitpick. This whole first episode is dedicated to solving this puzzle or like unlocking this map. It works in the sense of like it's very basic, so which is something for Disney. It's like they have such a diverse age range of viewers, so they have to be like not too dumb for the parents but not too smart for the kids, you know, something simple that anyone could figure out by watching. But you know, that's kind of the problem when it comes to secret maps and hidden temples, is that if it's something that anyone can easily find, it's not really secret, or you know, it's not really something that you would keep something important in. Having this puzzle just make these sounds like indicators that you have solved it reminds us of Breath of the Wild, or like the Zelda series, that once you solve a puzzle, it goes like dun 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 dun, and it's very cute, but it doesn't really work, especially because it's such important information. Once Ahsoka gets this golden orb, she takes it to her Padawan to solve, indirectly, of course, because they kind of have like tension between them, which is solved in the second episode. And the way she solves it, I enjoy, because it feels like they put in a lot more effort than Ahsoka did. Ahsoka kind of just felt it out with the Force. But Seven, she brought out tools like charts and devices, and she actually scanned. But again, it's a very silent scene with her just like looking around and smirking until she solves it. But like I said, it's a very simple puzzle, and so you just have her turn the ball, which anyone could figure out. It's amazing Ahsoka was able to solve this one puzzle, you know, underground in some ruins, but she couldn't solve the second puzzle. What they should have done, this is just like allowing Ahsoka to use the Force to solve it, instead of just like turning things, but having to maybe pull the pedestals out of the ground using the Force, like force it out. Like she doesn't have the key to start the whole thing. Instead, she needs to, you know, cut some things with her lightsabers or move things around with the Force, forcing, you know, and it makes it, oh, this puzzle is actually really hard to get to, that she has to try. And you know, they have the whole like it's pretty much like a video game quest You find an item, like one item here, and that one item leads to another place, which has an item, which leads to another place. To counteract that, I think if they had more than just one golden orb available for her to pick up, I think that would have been smart. It would have been better if they didn't have the right tools to operate it, or like even turn it, or solve the puzzle at all. So what Ahsoka had to do was go to another Jedi, or anyone else that could help her solve the puzzle, which would have been her Padawan. And I think that would have been a much better transition to her and her Padawan meeting. It makes the map more of a big deal, because as of right now, it's just bad management from the evil guys. And like how I always say, if our villains are competent, our hero is incompetent. So I'm very excited about this whole series, not because I'm expecting like a masterpiece, but because I very much enjoy Jedi fights. I like lightsabers. I like when they cut things. But, of course, Disney has a problem with that, because Ahsoka will cut through stone. She will cut through droids. But when lightsabers hit humans, it kind of just bounces off and grazes them. That inconsistency really just downplays lightsabers. And one thing about what I'm hoping, but we haven't seen it so far, is that there will be more episodes. And so I think that is why a lot of the fight scenes aren't well choreographed, because I think they just have so much that they weren't able to train properly for each one, or really just choreograph all of them into a very unique way. But what I'm getting by that is, it just doesn't have this kind of like feel as if it's a very expert level swordsmanship. It feels as if they got someone amateurish to choreograph this thing.
Motherfucker, we're LARPing.
Yeah, is a lot.
It's like the people you see on convention. They're just there to dance around with their little sword.
Because we've seen so many good fights that it's really easy to see when a fight doesn't meet a standard. And I don't know what that standard is. What would you say that standard is?
Standard is low for Disney, apparently.
No, it's just like make lightsabers like an actual threat.
I felt like they are so scared of cutting any characters whatsoever, but they want to they want to have their cake and eat it too. They want to show that our character is not invincible, so we will let the enemy nick her a little bit. But no, she can't die. She has more purpose. So you see a really ridiculous scene of someone just poked her and put it out immediately. What the fuck? I was like, go slice up, and then we're gonna have a really glorified scene. Obviously, they can't show that. Like, I understand, but I don't at the same time.
That girl should have died. You just make a very swipe. Like, she pulled straight when should have went up or sideways, and you see it so blatantly that it is really hard to ignore, and it really just makes me upset. That highlights a lot of flaws in the whole series and just what they want in general. Second episode, not really much of a huge issue with it. There's a lot of smirking going around. I'm better than you type of look. Like, they're just walking around like I'm hot shit the entire time. And that gets annoying real quick. There's, it's just a lot of glancing, a lot of side eye, like, oh, look at this type of thing. And once you see it, it's very annoying. They're amazing actresses, so the fact that they're doing it is because they've been told to do it. Yeah, second episode is fine. Just little nitpicks here and there, but overall, yeah. So
second episode, what happened? Like, I watched it second time. I still don't remember anything, but the main character got a shitty haircut. I was so upset with it.
We're gonna talk about that for like nitpicks. But yeah, the second episode, they go to a shipping yard where they're deconstructing Empire ships to use their engine cores. And it turns out like, oh yeah, people are still evil there. It's not just money.
They did the high Empire thing.
Yeah, they do it a lot.
With the little arm.
Yeah, because they're just space Nazis. Everyone knows that.
Did the high Hitler thing.
So, nitpicks.
Yes.
Episode 1, the Rebels mural. They decide to use a homage to the animation.
Yeah.
But because of that, it looks bad because it's animation of a certain style. When you have real life characters, so it really just looks like some high school kid drew anime in their notebook.
Yes, they have this. They use the Star Wars anime style from like Rebels. The 90s. No, is it the Rebels?
Rebels, which is like
a couple
years ago.
Really? Mm-hmm. Why does it look like Ben 10?
Because they have to animate it, and also it has to like.
It's in the Ben 10 style. Mm. It looks like it belongs to the
Cartoon Network. So.
Yes, it looks like it belongs to the kindergarten wall. And my biggest nitpick of the first episode was probably, why does she have to leave in the middle of... Well, she didn't leave. Like, she didn't show face. Where is she? On her merry way out. Why? I don't know.
I do.
I see the second time, I still don't understand.
She leaves because she's uncomfortable with it.
Oh, she leaves because she wants to.
Yeah, so like she doesn't feel like celebrating because the people that she fought with aren't there. They're off doing their own thing.
What a party pooper.
And she's just like,
she's not being a good trooper.
No, she's being a rebel.
That's okay. If rebels are just assholes, then it's justified.
Yeah, that's one of the nitpicks was just her introduction, because I don't have any information from the show to go off of, so this is my first introduction, and I don't know, it feels like I've seen it before,
but they don't need that part where a government official saying that.
It just makes it look like an asshole.
Yeah, they put somebody else on this. They sacrifice the little dude, put him on spot. I don't like that. I don't like that at all, like one bit. Immediately negative points on my book. Say what?
It's a nitpick. You're going on a rant. It's a nitpick.
I felt like this thing is fuzzy as hell. Like there's so much.
You know what's also fuzzy? The cat, which is also something
you hate. You remind me.
That's your nitpick. That's your nitpick.
That's my biggest nitpick. I was like, oh my god, new Star Wars creature. Look at the fluff. Look at the big old ear. Because you see it from behind, right? I was like, oh my god, it has a duck feet. So cute. Look at the tail. And then it turns around. A pug face. I'm not into that look.
It's a flat face for
sure.
I
was so upset. Beyond upset. It's a face that has no fluff and it's flat.
Your other nitpick was the haircut at the end of episode 2.
Yes, it's so bad.
Yeah, as a girl, you called bullshit on that.
I called bullshit because when you cut it, like, what did she cut it with? Like a knife, a regular knife. She cut it so easily. That's not how it works. If you ever tried, you would know. Your hair is very crunchy. It's very thick. Her hair was thick. You can tell. It just baffles me.
I thought it was going to be one of those vibrating knives that they had in Mandalorian.
Yeah, that would make more sense.
But instead, we got like a straight blade, like Mulan scene.
The Mulan style. Mulan used a sword, okay? And Mulan had a big motion to chop off the thing. It's not easy.
So, a couple of my nitpicks more is when the droids come and steal the map from her, she puts down the blaster and grabs her lightsaber, which she has given up on her training. She has abandoned. Damn. She's not a Padawan right now. She hasn't kept over her training. Why would you abandon the gun that you are probably more used to? Yeah. Which I felt like been smarter, or at least carry both.
Yeah. Lightsaber don't weigh like nothing.
And then they go in your belt.
Yeah. No, why would you put down the gun and join the knife fight? You know how to win a knife fight? Bring a gun.
Yeah, plus you're Mandalorian. Don't you have a jetpack? I thought she would I really thought she was going to go grab her jetpack and then just jump off the building.
Okay, she can't fight by herself. And she don't have the Mandalorian gear. So she started off in a very...
It's just right there behind her desk.
Dude,
I really thought she was just pulled out. But yeah, why drop the gun?
I was thinking about that too, yeah.
And the robots in the very beginning, they self-destruct. Why? You came for the map. Why are you destroying it? That's dumb. Just a little dumb thing. Dumb. Yeah, that's all I have to say about Ahsoka. I'm going to keep watching it because I like Jedis and I want to see shit get cut up. I know, I'm interested. I want to see Thrawn because I know what he looks like. I just want to see how they're going to do him in live action. They better not fuck him up. Okay. Because they put so much fucking emphasis on him for so many fucking plot points.
Then they definitely gonna fuck it up.
Yeah, like the clones from the Mandalorian.
They will find a fucking way to disappoint.
The doors. No, what's gonna happen is they're gonna find him. The doors will open. He'll be like, "Hi," and then they'll shoot him, and that'd be it. And that'd be the show. All right, I'm done. Like and subscribe, guys.
Yeah, let's just tie this thing up.